So I said I was going to tell you guys about how, like, I know that planning now is not late. So it's your personal experience. In 2022, I so prior to 2022, since I met my mentor, I've been planning my year. So like I write out what I want to achieve in the year. I look at how the previous year had been for me, what I've been able to achieve, what can I do better, all of that. I ask myself some relevant questions. And so, but that particular year was my induction year, and I had like board exams, so I had a couple of things to do, and it was a whole lot for me. So I wasn't able to plan. And I was saying that, oh, when I eventually get home for the holiday in December, because like the induction was like first week of December or so. So I was like by second, third week of December, I would have gone home, and I'll be able to when I say home, the village. So I was saying that, oh, when I get home, I'm going to take out time and do that. But as God will have it, I fell ill. I was really, really, really sick, and I couldn't do anything. Like even up until crossover to the new year, I was sick, really sick. So I couldn't write anything or plan anything that year. But guess what? I got into 2023 and I did my interview for my internship space where I did my internship, for the hospital I did my internship and all of that. So there were whole lot of activities in the first and second week of January as well. But by third week, I was able to now come into planning for the year, like writing out all the things that I needed to achieve in the year. And I was able to achieve most of it. I won't come in and lie that, oh, I was able to achieve all, but I achieved most of it. And that was the thing that made me realize that, oh, even if I didn't plan, but that's not to say that if you're healthy and sound and all of that, you shouldn't do what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. But it's an encouragement for you that is feeling like, oh, I didn't plan my year and December had already come and gone, and now we're in January. Am I sure I will not just wait until 2026? No, start where you are. Start where you are. So get out your writing materials and begin to write out what you want to achieve this year and how you intend to achieve them. So yeah, that's it. Now, well, it's so good to have you guys here and welcome. Okay, so this particular video, I'll be talking to us about a realistic planning for 2025. Now, the first thing I want to establish is that you're not late to planning your year. You are not late to planning your year. Don't let anybody pressure you. Don't let anybody pressure you. You're not late. So now that that is out of the way, and I'm going to tell us why I feel that, but maybe much later in the video. Now that that's out of the way, the second thing is you have to set realistic goals. That's the cocoa. Realistic goals, and then you have to develop a habit of consistency. Now there are things that can help you, with that. The first on my list is your alarm. Set your alarm, and when you ring, try and gather yourself together and get up and do that thing that you set your alarm to do. Don't say, oh, maybe I can still do it again. I know, because even me, I still have that conversation with myself. Like when my alarm ring in the morning for one thing or the other, I'm still saying that, oh, maybe I can do it another time. Do I have to do it now? But you have to do it at that time that the alarm is ringing. So set your alarms. Second thing is write it out on your Google Calendar. That helps a whole lot. And that's one thing I'm grateful for visual analysis visual assistant course ALX last year. That's one thing that I'm grateful that it did to me, opened my eyes to that. So it's something that you should download on your phone or your laptop, download it and fill in all that you have planned, for the year. So now, when we talk about planning, it's not enough to say that. It's not enough to set goals. You have to ask yourself real questions. How do I achieve these goals that I've set for myself? How do I, for example, and while you're answering that question, don't give yourself so much to do. It's better for you to set 5 things to achieve this year and you're able to achieve all of that than for you to set 20 things and then you're tired and worn out and you're not able to achieve 2 out of that 20 or 3. There's a part of not pressuring yourself. There's a part of once there's life, there's hope. I'm sorry, NEPA did what they know how to do best, but we have to move, right? There's that part, but there's also the part of people are doing well and you can be part of these people, but that's if you put in the work. Now, the second thing is to not set unrealistic goal, like I said before. So let me spread that. Financially, let's say you're earning 150,000 naira per month, which is not even enough in today's Nigeria or in today's economy generally, because everybody is feeling it everywhere, right? So you can't say that you're earning 150,000 naira and you want to save 100,000 or 80,000 naira out of that money. That's very unrealistic. So there's the 50/20/30 rule that I probably will go into like in another video. But I feel like, and I know that if you're going to meet up to that, to your savings, if you're going to save and invest in the year, then you have to set realistic goals. So let's say you're earning 150,000 naira, you can comfortably take out 50,000 naira for saving and investment, and then walk around 100,000 naira. Because if you say you want to save 80 to 100,000 out of 150, there are a lot of responsibility. You are going to eat, I mean, you will not eat. You're going to pay your transportation. I mean, you want to trek all the days of the year. Or you're going to be there for your family and friends. No matter how stingy, no matter how selfish, there will still be somebody that you care about to want to do something nice for, right? And that will cost money, no matter how small it is. The smallest gift that would make sense now would not cost you anything less than 5,000 naira if you're in Nigeria. So all of that has to be factored in, because like you put yourself under pressure when you have like so little to cover all the things that needs to be covered. But if you already planned all those things into the month, like into your plans for the month, factor all those things into your plans for the month, then it will be possible to meet up to all of that, right? And if you're not even able to meet up to it, some things can be sacrificed for some other things for there to be a balance. So that's that. Financially, I think I'm going to do an entire video on like finance in my opinion. You have to be realistic. You have to ask yourself, how much am I earning? How much do I want to keep for this? How much do I want to keep for that? And factor in everything, as little as your transportation if you're a child of God, as little as your offering, like everything has little. And then please, while we're at it, I need to talk about you factoring in deodorant into your monthly shoppings. Your need for the month is a need. Your deodorant, your body mist, or your perfume, whatever it is, smelling good is good business. So please factor in that into your plans for the month, right? Also, I also need to put it out there that for the person that's earning 150,000 naira, and generally 2025, let's look at earning more money. Look out for the skills that you possess and look at how you're going to monetize that skill. Look at how you're going to sort out a problem that will pay you, right? If you can talk, look out for speaking engagement. If you can write, look out for sites that will pay you for your writing. Develop yourself. That time that you used to scroll through all the social media, TikTok, and be laughing, Instagram, everywhere. I'm not saying they should not do that thing though, because relaxing is important, right? But look out at maybe putting in like 30 minutes of your time. Sunday is a good day to rest if you're not working, if you're not a medical professional and you're not on call and all of those things, or like any other job that takes your Sunday, right? Sunday is a good time to put in 30 minutes of YouTube learning. You'll be surprised the stuffs that are on YouTube. You'll be surprised the things that you have access to on YouTube, and you're better for it. When you look back at the year, in fact, from like February, March, you look back after the first quarter of the year, you will see how much you've grown because of the fact that you're deliberate about going, the fact that you put in realistic goals and you're working towards it. Then spiritually, let's say you intend to grow spiritually in 2025, I'll advise that you, as opposed to saying, I'm not saying that studying the entire Bible in the year is a bad thing or like it's something that is unrealistic. It's something that is achievable, right? But if you're somebody that has not done it before, and maybe your goal for the year is to grow spiritually, which should be the goal as opposed to studying the entire of your Bible, right? Then you can look at being consistent. So get a devotional that you can flow with, and then read it every day. Set your alarm, set your Google calendar, follow through with it every day. That's one. Two is to take a verse per day and work with it. All of that day, you're thinking about it, you're dwelling on it, and it becomes a part of you. And God, Holy Spirit, open it up to you. And at the end of the day, you look back and see that you are actually growing spiritually. And then connect with brethren. Find a local church that that you connect with and worship with brethren, go to church. Like if you're looking at growing your spiritual life, go to church. I think I'm going to do an entire video on that because like it's something that I've experienced. So moving across cities, I know how difficult it is for you to find a church that you can flow with, and then I just knew the kind of things that I experienced. But thanks be to God, I eventually found a place that I can call home. So something I'll talk about, so you know that you're not alone, right? Then that's for the spiritual aspects. So in an entirety, let me just round up this particular video. Um, you're not late to planning your year. That's the first thing. Set goals, realistic goals, and look at how you're going to achieve those goals. Be very realistic with your planning, your spiritual growth, your financial growth, and then even health wise too. We're talking about health wise, take your vitamins, go for medical checkup, factor it in, know what your health challenge is, and then begin to work towards getting better, right? If you don't know what your health challenge is, then you cannot even know how to treat yourself or how to handle whatever the health condition is. So prioritize checks first, medical check, and then take your drugs, take your vitamins, eat healthy, and then exercise too is very, 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 very important. So you can register in a gym if you're mobile and it's something that you can factor into your schedule. You can do that, but also you can do the very minimum of walking. So you can take 30 minutes walk 3 times a week, as opposed to saying, "Oh, I'll walk every day of the week." That may not be realistic. So you can pick out 3 days of the week, put it in your calendar, and do it. When your alarm ring, actually get up and do the work. Wear your clothes and go. When your alarm ring, that's one thing that we need to do this year. When your alarm ring for a particular task, please get up and do it. Encourage yourself and do it, bearing in mind that you'll be better for it. At the end of the day, you'll be glad that you did it. So that's for health wise. And I hope that you liked this video, and I hope that you learned a thing or two, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Please, 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 I'm looking forward to hitting 1,000 subscribers in a month. So I need you guys to like my videos, watch it to the end, engage in my content, share it with your friends. I would really, really, really appreciate that. And I, on my part, promise to give you guys premium content, gist, things that will help us all get better. So there's no hoarding here. This is not a hoard. This is not a place where we hide important gists. We give it out as it is hot. So thank you so much for coming to watch my video. I appreciate you guys. Bye.